Hey, welcome to this week's bonus video segment for Lake Texoma crappie fishing. Now, hopefully you've seen the full episode by now on Fox Sports Southwest or on our website. Here is some additional information that may help you if you're planning a trip to Lake Texoma. Now, if you've never been here, first of all, Lake Texoma is a giant, sprawling lake, one of the largest lakes in our region. You want to be a little bit careful on this lake. If it's windy, the waves get up huge in a big hurry here. So what you want to do is be sure and check out a map and pick out the place you're going to launch your boat, and launch your boat in the area that you're planning on fishing so you don't have to make those big runs across the main body of this lake. Huge swells can happen even in a 15-mile-an-hour wind. Now, a couple of other things about the crappie fishing here. As you saw on our show, the crappie grow big in this lake, and most people don't even know about it. Two ways that we caught these fish. First of all, you saw some fish being caught spider rigging, and that was using our Atwood rod holders and putting 4 or 6 rods out at various depths, anywhere from 10 to 15 feet deep, and drifting along the mouths of coves and creeks. We caught some nice fish doing that. We also caught some fish in these Oklahoma Department of Wildlife man-made brush piles that they have put out. Now, there are 2 different kinds of brush piles. Some are made of natural brush, like cedar trees that are bundled together and sunk to the bottom of the lake, and then others are called spider rigs, or spider cover, and they are actually PVC pipe that are joined together that make a bunch of little legs sticking out, look like a spider laying on his back. And they're out scattered all around the Oklahoma side of the lake as well. Now, we mentioned the website, and we'll give you the web address here that you can go to, and we'll also give you the link right back on that bonus video page. But you can see all of the brush piles that the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife has put out, not only here at Texoma, but in all the rest of the lakes in Oklahoma as well. Now, we'll warn you about one thing. The waypoint coordinates, the latitude and longitude, are a little bit tricky. Depending on the brand of the unit that you're using, you need to be sure and change the options in there where the data that you input will be in hours, minutes, and seconds. You need all 3 of those to get these coordinates to match up, and it took me quite a while to figure that out. But once I did, I was able to find quite a few of these, and we did manage to catch some good crappie. Now, some of these are marked by these buoys like we showed you in the show. Those are the easy ones to find. The ones that are more difficult are the ones that are not marked with buoys. You'll need those coordinates to find those. I'll tell you one other thing. The lake is, looks to me like 7, 8, 9 feet low, something like that. A lot of these brush piles and a lot of these little spider covers are in too shallow water to hold crappie right now. A lot of them are actually sticking out of the water, and some of them even on dry ground. So these are going to be much better when the lake is only either normal level or a couple of feet low. Once the lake gets more than 6 or 7 feet low, a lot of this brush and structure is in too shallow water and will not hold the crappie. So that's just one quick word of warning for the future, depending on when you're coming here. Check the lake level, and that'll tell you how you're going to do. But again, these things are scattered from the Platter area all the way down through Soldier Creek, Caney Creek, Rock Creek. Lots of these brush piles in Lake Texoma for you to fish, and a lot of them hold some really big crappie. We did find a few that were out in 6 to 8 feet of water, and those were the ones that held the crappie that we caught on this episode of the show. Most of the fish we caught were in that Rock Creek, Caney Creek, Soldier Creek area of the lake. That's where the fish that you saw on the show were actually caught. We did catch those in little Bobby Garland soft plastic baits. They make several different kinds: a stroller, a baby shad, a slab slayer, slab doctor. All of those will work fine, the little soft plastic baits that you can bump along. Hey, I hope you make a trip up here to Texoma to do some crappie fishing soon. I will tell you that we did go out and do a little bit of striper fishing while we were kind of in between some of these brush piles, and I'll show you just a real quick shot here, but we caught a couple of really nice stripers up to 10, 12 pounds. So the striper fishing is healthy here as well, and we'll be doing another show coming up in the future all on striper, so you can watch for that on the show. Thanks for joining us from Lake Texoma. We'll see you on next week's show.